right? Working, setting up the mic while I'm talking to you right now. This is how it is. So, you know how it's a volunteer kind of situation here, and always you are ducking and diving with staff, with I can't make it, I'll come late, I'll do this, I'll do that. So it is quite a challenge to put together 1 month of radio with up to 40 people to coordinate. And with the COVID, we had a call yesterday, one person saying that I can't make it because I have got COVID and I won't be able to make it. So it happens, it's quite common, and we go through that. So how is your Ramadan going? What day is it today? Is it 12 or 13 for you? Let us know, and we will find out. Of course, today, for us, it's day 14, day 13. We're at day 13 today. So some of you will be at day 12, right? So it's good to know how many people are day 12 and how many are day 14, because we're doing a lot of data and a lot of stats here at the Radio Ramadan this year. Of course, data is the new boss. Data is king. That is what you all got to remember, because without this data, the world is not going to go forward, right? Everything is about data. You are a number. What is your number? That's what you got to ask yourself. What is my number? So we are just a number in the scheme of things. If you are on social media, your life is with the social media. That's what happens. Your profile, everything about you, what you like to eat, what you like to wear, what are your patterns and all that. That is all connected with data. So today, later on at 9, I'll have a wonderful guest join me. It's a surprise guest again. He'll introduce himself when he comes. And then later on, we'll have another wonderful guest at around 10 o'clock, which I will talk to you about, because this guest is going to Zoom. Could not come to the studio because caught a positive, and this is the norm. So right now, with all the relaxations, you may be sitting next to somebody who is positive and they don't even know it, and everybody is like going through a change that they don't have a clue. Somebody coughs next to you, you panic. And of course, now you come to the radio, you're fasting, and you've drunk your water, which is 500 ml or 1 liter. Make sure you are drinking enough water every day, because that is very important. Otherwise, you start dehydrating. So I myself, I'll make sure that I drink at least 500 ml. But if you can drink more, if you can handle more, then even drink a liter. Not at the same time, just do it in 3 steps, and you'll be better for it throughout the day. But then when you're on the radio, you're talking and you're doing that, and there's a bit of heat in here, and you will cough. So in this environment, if I cough, then please forgive me for that, because it's not because I've got a virus, but it is the conditions and so on. So it's very important that be mindful. Don't let your guard off. The producer here is very strict today. He told me you must not wear your mask. Of course, I don't wear it, but it's there, hanging there as part of my persona and my uniform. And he said, no, I don't want this mask on. So you can see today, I've got no sign of a mask, and you can see my face in full. So that's how it is. Rules are made here, and they have to be adhered to. That's what we all have to do, and so on. You are listening to Z on Ramadan Radio 87.7 FM. If you are free to call, then do so on 0116 482 2086. Otherwise, you can WhatsApp us on 077 488 55055, and so on. That is very important that we keep in touch with each other. And if you have any issues, then you relay them to me, and I will deal with them. So we are going to discuss many topics throughout the month. What's remaining, that is, So next week, we have an interesting week. We're going to be discussing EDI diversity. That's what we're going to be doing. And that is going to be a very, very, very interesting topic. EDI is a part of us here in the UK and in all European countries. And we need to discuss it in great detail, that we all are familiar with all the things that are associated with EDI, the impact of it, and what changes industry is making to do with integration and fairness and allowing everybody a chance. And that's very important. Inclusion is so important. So next week we'll be doing an extensive week concerning all matters concerning EDI, and that will be throughout the week. We'll meet some very interesting people who are working in this field, and they'll talk to us and they'll give us a lot of information which we may not even be aware of. And one of the problems I've found is awareness. So what more can we do with awareness? Well, you can never do enough, because every day your time is stolen because you are busy with other things and you seem to forget the value of keeping yourself aware. Like yesterday, everybody is talking to me about the £50 that the Prime Minister got fined for his performance at the party, and then comparing that with the £1,000 somebody else had to pay for doing a party, and he was also very involved with feeding in COVID through his restaurant, and he got fined £1,000. So there's a big contrast here. There's a PM here, and there's an ordinary man, £1,000, and a PM, £50. So that is called severe disparity, right? That is called severe disparity. So these are kind of issues that people are really not happy with, and they talk to you and said, look, you need to raise this matter up, do something about it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, me, on my own, I can do something about that. I can go and tell the PM, bro, just cough up some more money because you got $950 to pay, not 50, you got to pay another $950, can you give us £1,000 more? So do you think he's going to listen to me? So I don't think so. So I can't take on that particular task. That one of the listeners told me that I should do something about it, right? You got to write to your MPs across the globe and get them involved. So that's what you have to do. So we are not all able to do the changes we wish to, and then we can do our best. That's all we can do, right? So one listener has told me that it's a good idea for you to encourage all peoples to be connected with their councillor and with their MP. Very important, right? Because we need all to be working together on the same page. And of course, you may not agree with your councillor or you may not agree with your MP. Doesn't matter. At least he knows where you stand on issues. It's not possible that we agree with each other on every single matter. Not possible at all. It's not going to happen like that. Yeah. So we need to do our best, and that's all we can do. And I must inform you all that please do so. Connect with them and get yourself familiar with what's going on. Very important. Your knowledge is your power. Your power provides you with information which will lead to your education. And that education is going to breed some wisdom into you, right? And it is going to create a degree of liberation, right? And otherwise, people are not going to be liberated simply because of lack of knowledge. And that is the weakness of the whole wide world. Everywhere is the same problem. We are not unique here in the UK. This is the same everywhere, right? Your knowledge is your power. Here with the radio, we call it the KIP. Knowledge is power, and that power will provide you with so much information, and it kind of leads to your education. So it's very important, please, brothers and sisters, to follow that mantra and get ourselves more and more knowledgeable across the board. There's so much information available. It's kind of knowledge you don't even need to go to school or university. There's so many online books, and you can go on the YouTube, and there's an arsenal of information available there at your fingertips, right? Learn while you're driving, and while somebody else is driving, you're sitting in the back, or you're on a bus, or anywhere you're on a train, you can be tapping into that knowledge, because everybody's got so much data and so much free minutes on their phone, and there's no stopping. And that is very, very important for you all to follow. So another message I received was very interesting yesterday, that we had a guest, Hashim. He's originally from Somalia. He's now settled here in the city of Leicester. And what inspired me was a story that he told us, that when he went through his journey from Somalia, war-torn, and people are fleeing to wherever they can. He went to Kenya, he went to Tanzania, and then from there, everybody's looking for a route to better themselves. And he ended up in Italy. And that's where he educated himself. And one professor befriended him. I wish he could speak English, because I'd love to have him on the phone. And some of the things he said and some of the things he stood for is absolutely important reminder in the month of Ramadan, that he was able to allow Hashim to stay with him for a period of 5 years. And Hashim was indebted to him because he went through his education under the guardianship, mentorship of this professor. Now, he wasn't a Muslim, he wasn't a Somali, he was a white Italian Christian, and he took him on board. And towards the end, when Hashim was leaving him, he asked him a question: why did you do that? Because I could not do what you did. And it's such a big risk for you to take somebody on like that. And he said, I would do it again, because that is how we have to develop our humanity, to take care of each other. So that is a big lesson for all of us, that we keep reminding each other all of the time, right? That when we take care of another human being, regardless of the 4 C's that I talked to Hashim about. Of course, Hashim did not know what the 4 C's are, which is the caste, color, creed, culture. Regardless of all of that, and then the tradition, the religion, the patriotism, the nationalism, he put all that to one side, and he did an act of humanity, which is creating our unity and our solidarity. So that is where we want to be, all of us. We need to work together as a team and make things happen together collectively and get some serious results from that, right? And now we focus on that almost every week. So this week we have been focused on education and health, and we had a very interesting program yesterday about diabetes again, that 6 to 8 out of 10 people, I'm not exactly sure, some people have given me a figure of 6, some are telling me 8. I think 8 is a little bit high. 6 people in the South Asian community out of 10 are diabetic. They are in the early stages, they won't even know it, and they don't know the symptoms. And then we will pick up a program about nutrition, as to how nutrition will assist you with the treatment of your diabetes. And we put a lot of emphasis on diabetes, because everywhere you will know someone who is diabetic, everywhere. So please pay attention, and let's work on this together. Only we can achieve our goals with awareness, awareness, awareness. That's all we talk about here, right? And so on. And we got another message yesterday about letting us know more about the Mogadishu. There's a place in Somalia called Hargeisa, and there was a market there called the Wahine Market, and it caught fire. And this market, the city there is almost around 3 million people. And this is an appeal for that. If any one of you want to raise some money, or you want to donate some money, then do contact us here at the radio on 0116 482 2086, or WhatsApp us on 077 48 855 055. So shortly we're going to take a little break, and then we'll be back straight after the break, and we'll continue with our guest, who is waiting to be let in by our producer. So if you can let him in, and then I shall be talking to our guest, introducing him to you. So Jazakallah khair, don't go away. We'll be back very shortly. Thank you.